Hello everyone. I am Meghana PS, working as an assistant professor in commerce, Government First Grade College, Bharamsagra. I am dealing with the subject financial markets and services under that module non-banking financial intermediaries. In this session, I am discussing about types of factoring and functions of factoring. Objective of this session is to understand the types of factoring and to know the functions of factoring. And outcome of this session is you are able to understand the types of factoring and functions of factoring. Let's have a quick recap of previous session. In previous session, I discussed about meaning of factoring. Factoring means purchasing the trade debts of a company and paying them immediately and collect the money from the client's debtors. So here there are three parties in factoring, namely factor, client and the customer. And it involves the money market instrument called account receivables. Factoring may be with recourse or without recourse to the client. So these are all the things we discussed in the previous session. Let's see the types of factoring. The first type of factoring is full service factoring. As the name only suggests, full service means they provide all kinds of services to the client. Here, services like providing finance, administering the sales ledger, and taking the credit risk, and also providing consultancy services to the client. So, all kinds of services are provided by the factor to the client. And if any debtor fails to pay his debts, the whole responsibility on the shoulders of the factor itself. Means factor assumes the credit risk. If there is a bad debt, the risk is on factor. So it is also called as an without recourse to the client factoring. Next kind of factoring is with recourse factoring. Here the credit risk is assumed by the client. So factor is not going to take the risk of bad debts. If any debts are overdue more than 60 or 90 days, those debts are assigned back to the client. So that's why it is called as a with recourse factoring. The next kind of factoring is maturity factoring. In this kind of factoring, the factor will not provide the finance immediately to the client. So, as and when the debts are collected, the amount is paid to the client. So, which means that it is a no financing factoring. It is also called as a no financing factoring, also called as collection factoring, because they pay the amount as and when they collected less factoring fees. So, they deduct the factoring fees and provide the remaining amount to the client, and they provide all other services including sales ledger management and rendering the advisory services and so on. And next kind of factoring is bulk factoring. In bulk factoring, they only provide financing service to the client and all other services has to be taken care by the client itself. And one more thing, it is also called as notified factoring or disclosed factoring, because in this type of factoring, the financing arrangement between the client and factor is disclosed to the debtors of the client. So client know about the financing arrangement between the uh, client and the factor. And the next one is invoice factoring. Here in this service also, the factor will not provide any other services. He provide only financial services. But in this case, they are not going to disclose the financing arrangement between the client and the factor to the debtor. So debtor does not know about the factoring arrangement between the parties. And it is also called as undisclosed factoring and confidential invoicing discounting. Next kind of factoring is agency factoring. Here the work is shared between the two parties, that is client and the factor. Here the client has to maintain the sales ledger, whereas the factor is going to assume the credit risk, means he is going to take the risk of bad debts, and he also provides the finance. And the next kind of factoring is international factoring. So in international factoring, the service of the factor of domestic business is extended to international. Here in international factoring, they take the to provide the services, they take the help of import and export factors. And the next type of factoring is suppliers guarantee factor. In this suppliers guarantee factoring, usually the business people are going to sell their products by using the wholesalers or retailers or middlemen. In such a case, the factor is going to uh, guarantee the supplier on behalf of his client. So that is called as an supplier guarantee factoring. And the last one is limited factoring. In limited factoring, he will not purchase all the trade bills of a client. He only selects some of the bills on merit basis and pay the amount immediately and get it encashed from the customers. So that is why it is called as a limited factoring. These are the types of factoring. Let's discuss the functions of factoring. The first function is purchase and collection of debts. So the factor has to purchase the trade debts of his clients, and he has to go for collection of those debts from clients' customers. That is the first function of factoring. Next one is sales ledger management. The factor has to provide a service other than the finance. So it involves sales ledger management. He has to credit the customer account as and when they receive the payments, and he has to inform all the information about their customers like overdue, what is the balance in the account. So all these things need to be informed. For that purpose, sales ledger has to be maintained by the factor. And next one is credit investigation and undertaking credit risk. The important function of factor is to take the credit risk. So if there is any bad debts, the risk may be taken by the factor. At that time, so the factor has to be well informed about the credit worthiness of the customers. When he assumes the credit risk, he has to know about the credit worthiness of the customers. For that purpose, the factors may take credit investigation of the customers. Next one is provision of finance against debts. So usually the factors are going to provide 80% of the trade debts immediately to the clients, so they can continue with their business. So other balance amount is provided after the collection of the debts. So they provide finance for the client. And the last one is they render consultancy services. Along with all these functions, they also provide some of the consultancy services and advisory services to the client, which involves they may provide information about the additional business opportunity and the changing credit worthiness or business financial profiles of their customers, and what is the upcoming recession and boom period. So all these things can be informed to the clients of an factor. So these are the functions of factors. Sum up this session. In this session, we discussed about types of factoring and functions of factoring. The types of factoring services varies on the basis of nature of transaction between the client and the factor, and volume of client's business and nature of factor security. And factoring involves the functions, namely purchase and collection of debts, sales ledger management, credit investigation, consultancy service, and providing finance. These are the references for your further readings. I hope you understood the types of factoring and functions of factor. Thank you all.